Hey you guys, welcome back to online class. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and healthy. So the assignment that we are talking about today will be due on Wednesday, April 15th. Okay, we are still talking about trigonometry, their functions and ratios, but I think today is actually a little bit easier than last time, so it's awesome. If you have a calculator like the ones we have in class, that's awesome. If you don't, okay, I'm gonna show you really quick in a second what you can do if you have access to internet, okay? But notice for numbers 1 through 3, it's asking us to find the value of each trigonometric ratio to the nearest 10,000th, okay? Nearest 10,000th is the fourth place after the decimal, okay? So we're actually going to punch these into a calculator to find the ratio, okay? So in my calculator, for number 1, it has sine of 44 degrees. Okay, notice in my calculator that you can see that little DEG right there. That means degrees, okay? 44 degrees, we're in degrees, that's awesome. Okay, so in my calculator, notice I have a little sine button right there. Okay, so I'm going to click sine, then I'm going to enter in 44 and press enter, and guess what? That's all we do. Now we just need to round to the nearest 10,000th. That's the fourth spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to figure out if I need to round this 6 up to a 7 or does it stay a 6. By doing this, I need to look at the number behind it. The number behind it is a 5. That means this 5, anything 5 or above, it bumps this next number up. So instead of this being a 6, this is going to turn into a 7. Okay, so our answer for number 1 is 0.694, what used to be a 6, but we rounded it up, so it is now a 7. Okay, 6947. And that is it, you guys. Okay, all you're doing is punching this into a calculator. But what I want to do now, I'm actually going to take this off my little tripod I have. If you don't have a calculator like this, but you do have access to internet, I'm going to go ahead and show you what you can do. If you Google online calculator, it brings up this little screen, or at least it does for me. Okay, notice on our calculator, we made sure it was in degrees. So when you Google it, it's going to come up as radians or rad. Make sure that you click degrees. Excuse me. Okay, so we're now in degrees. So now you can go ahead and do the same thing we did. Sine, 44 degrees. Click enter. And guess what? We got the same thing. You just have to round 0.6947 because of that 5 after it. Okay, perfect. So if you don't have one of the calculators like we use in class, you can Google online calculator, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, put this back up on my little phone holder. Perfect, okay? So let's do number 2. Easy peasy. Whether you're doing it on your computer or a calculator, that's totally fine. But we need cosine button right there, of 32 degrees. Press enter. Okay, 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look to the number behind it. It's a 4, so it's below 5. So that stays as 0. So our answer for this guy, 0.8480. And yes, I do want you to write that 0, that fourth number. Okay, perfect. 0.8480. Awesome. Okay, let's look at number 3. So this time it's tangent. So we find the tan button, tangent of 33 degrees. Click enter. 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look to the one after, it's a 0, so that's definitely under 5. So our answer is 0.6494. 0.6494. Final answer. That's it, you guys. All you're doing is punching these into a calculator and then figuring out if you have to round it or not. Okay? Excuse me. Number 4. Okay, this is a review from last time's assignment. notice it actually gives us a triangle. Okay, so it gives us our sine function. Remember, we have the three trigonometric ratios over here, right? So we have ka, and toa. Okay, if we're looking for sine, we're using so. Okay, sine is our opposite over our hypotenuse. Okay, our next piece though that we need to use in order to figure this out is whatever angle it is. Okay, so this is sine of angle Z. Angle Z is right there, so I can go ahead and label my adjacent, my opposite, and my hypotenuse side. Adjacent is right next to your angle, opposite is right across, and hypotenuse is always across from your right angle. Okay, once you have those labeled, you can go ahead and figure out what ratio you need. Again, sine opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so my opposite is 30 over my hypotenuse, 34. Okay, I can go ahead and reduce this. Okay, I know that 30 and 34 are both even numbers at least, so I can divide them both by 2. And that would give me 15 over 17, I believe. 34 divided by 2. Yep, 17. Perfect. And 15 and 17 don't share any factors, so that is our final answer. Our final answer is sine of Z equals 15 over 17. Our opposite over our hypotenuse. Okay, perfect, you guys. So you have 4, where you're just punching it into the calculator, and then 2, like number 4 we just did, where you have to actually find the adjacent, opposite, hypotenuse, and then use these to solve. Okay, you guys are awesome. Keep submitting your assignments either on Canvas or Woot Math. Make sure you show your work. Make sure you email me if you have any questions. Okay, bye guys.